Hello everybody and welcome back to Better Minecraft. Now we're picking back up after finishing that these two buildings back here. You'll probably recognize this one from the thumbnail. I haven't done much else in between episodes. I mainly went out to go collect more resources because I was needing resources to continue the dock. Because of course that's going to come back around to this side. And then I was going to need to go out and collect more cobblestone and stuff like that in order to be able to make more of these buildings. I know I need more ancient oak, but I think I have a good amount in storage right now, so I'm not too worried about that. Besides, we're not majorly messing with that today. Today, my main focus is getting the next portion of the dock in. Because I wanted this to be an entire building piece right here. And then I wanted to extend that garden, do another leaf patch through here to contain all of that, and then have buildings all around the sandbar right here. But in order to have those buildings, I need to do something like this. I need to do the dock, which is a whole bunch of spruce wood and stuff like that, which I did have to go collect. I think I did bring myself an extra box of spruce, yes. When I was making rich soil, I ended up just stripping a whole bunch of spruce wood so I could have it. But I don't really need stripped spruce as much as I typically do, so this is just extra for right now. Some of these buildings actually have an interior. Okay. But first and foremost, I have got to get the layout for the dock going. Now, I do have... Yeah. I do have a conduit near here. It's actually underneath this corner of the bridge over here. Or the corner of the dock over here. It's underneath this little dirt slab over here. But yeah. We're going to start the dock. I'm going to go out, I think. We're going to start with going out by 2 slots. And then we'll see where I get from there. Because I don't know how that's going to look. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. The next corner figured out. Now, of course, I have to figure out the terraforming around this area. Because, of course, I have to bring all of the planks back with it to make sure the entire thing looks as it's supposed to. But I also have to get the platforms in for the buildings, because the buildings are really going to help seal this, kind of, because I kind of want this to be a bit more of like a market type of boardwalk area. So there's going to be a lot of market stalls across this that people can kind of just come off a side street and immediately go into like a little bit of a market area. So, I think I also want to see if I can mark out like a few like smaller dock pieces, not quite the size of these, probably like half the size of these. So only 3 out instead of the full, I think these are 6 out. Yeah, instead of the full 6 out, only do these 2 out, or 2 or 3 out. But have like some little spots where people can pull up to this place, because it's going to be kind of like a bigger market. Maybe I can get an idea for like a smaller boat. That's definitely something I got to work on in my creative world, is get like a design for like some smaller boats that people could definitely take off of ships and bring them to land. Like rowboats. That type of boat. You think I can just place boats? No, because that just doesn't sound right. Doing like little boats sounds about right. But I want to quickly get in the little design pieces I have on these. Okay, and there's just the basics down. Now, I want to go grab some wool. Of course, I'm going to have to find somewhere to go throw all this stuff down. Okay. Confusing? I know. I didn't use any of my normal wool color things. but I can describe to you what I was thinking. First and foremost, most of these buildings are still going to be down one. That one on the end is going to be a little bit iffy. It's going to do like a slow transition from low over here and to up. It's going to be like a small sloping like pathway back there. But that building is coming off of this bigger one. That one's going to be a little bit of a lean-to. That's cyan. And then there's going to be one really big building here with another smaller building off to the side. A small greenhouse-like structure bridging these two buildings together. And then our main, the first building that kind of set everything up is going to be here. Now, I did leave this open to leave a bit of a pathway here. And of course, there's probably still going to be an alleyway here. And then some more buildings kind of bridging between the two. Just like how I did the stuff way over here. Where it was a bunch of buildings really cramped in together. And of course, this area still isn't very done either. But I do plan on going through and doing this kind of aesthetic with that area. Okay. But first and foremost, I want to get these two smaller buildings off to the sides, this one and this one, going up today. Whoop. But that also means I need to get a whole nother shulker box, because it's going to be a lot of sand. Okay. Terraforming is done. There is going to be a little bit of a back path back here, but it's also going to have a step up, kind of like this one. So along the back half of this building, there's going to be a little bit of a step up, probably in this corner right here, going up and then going across the rest of the buildings and matching up with this little garden area I plan on putting in. Okay. Okay. First building on the dock expansion. Done. Now, I do have to get some of the, like, decorative bits, like the window boxes for this side and this side still need to go in. And then I want to put shutters on these back windows. Just like I want to change these out to be shutters for most of these. I don't think I'm going to change those out. Those I probably will. Those I won't. But any that are showing to like a main street, like these guys, these are probably going to stay with the window boxes because I want those to have more color. I want your eyes to look up to some extent. So those are probably going to become shutters. Those will probably be shutters. And then of course, since this is a further back street and it's not on like a main dock area, it has shutters. If that building had windows, it would be shutters. And then, of course, down there, it's all shutters. So, yeah. Also, I think I've come to a decision. I don't think I want a greenhouse here. As much as I would love a greenhouse, I think we're going to go for a greenery aspect, yes, but not necessarily a greenhouse. I think we're going to close off this back area instead of having like a full walkthrough with like a little bit of a greenhouse. Because I am going to have greenery effects throughout all of this, especially with the above ground gardens and through all of this area. And probably some more touch and go throughout this area as well. I probably am going to turn this into like more of an outdoor seating area for a restaurant. Now we do have a smaller one of these. That is, hold on, if I can remember exactly where it's at. I think it's over here. Yeah. This was going to be a restaurant. So I had like a little outdoor seating area, and then the interior of this was going to end up being where the actual bar area was, and then upstairs. And then this had a little bit of a walkway in between these two buildings. So, yeah. We're going to continue that kind of aspect, seeing as I'm going to figure out a way to get rid of the ice through here. I think I'm going to have like just a bunch of kelp planted and have it grow all the way to the surface of the water. Just so I can get rid of it, or get rid of the ice specifically. And then on these little shallow pieces, put in seagrass just to stop the ice creep every winter. Because without fail, I end up getting ice throughout this entire cove, and it's kind of irritating. I wanted this area to feel a bit more like on the tropical side, not like jungle type of tropical. I wanted to feel more summery. Like it could get cold here, but it doesn't get cold often. So I don't see ice being an actual typical thing here. That's just the seasons from mods. So I can't really control that, but it's a thing. So I think this smaller building here is actually going to turn into a restaurant with a small outdoor seating area out here. So it's going to have less of a presence out here, and it's going to have more of a presence interiorly. And then this one's going to have like market stalls and maybe even crates of things out here. And each one of these buildings has kind of like their own little dock area. That one down there has that one. The bigger building has 2. So, yeah. Okay, I think that's where the dock itself is going to end. And of course, this little area over here is going to end up being a pathway as well. I can take this out. Turn this into coarse dirt. By the way, I've decided I'm going to come back to these interiors, and I'm going to change all of the stuff that you see for these dripstone bricks. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to change them out to be ancient oak. Most, like 95% of my buildings have been ancient oak interiors. I mean, you can see it with this building, ancient oak. You can see it with these buildings up here. I think I even did that interiorly on this one. No, this one was stone. But I'm pretty sure on the interior of all of these, yep, ancient oak inside all of these, ancient oak inside the farm over here. All that is ancient oak. So I think we're going to change... Ooh. Fly straight. I think we're going to change the interior to all of these buildings to be ancient oak to match the other buildings that we have. So that it's a different enough color from all of this. Like we can see it interiorly on this one probably the best. Like it's a different enough color, but it isn't very jarring. Like it isn't like decisively so different, and it isn't the same color. So it just looks better. So I'm probably going to exchange the interior on all of these to be, by the way, a few of these buildings are actually designed interiorly. Well, this one is for the most part. It has a kitchen and everything inside of it. But most of these buildings are going to be changed out for ancient oak. There we go, the start to pathing. Now there is some normal dirt in here that's going to have to grow back. Because I replaced all the sand back through here with dirt, at least on this side of everything. I'll slowly go through and replace it when I get through on this side. But that's going to be a little bit more of a slower transition because I have to get all the buildings in place for this and stuff like that. And of course, this pathway is going to continue. It's going to go straight back into there. And then we have the start to the buildings over here. Now, I did do some of the transition. I got to down here. Because next video, we are focusing these 2 areas. Now, I want to fully go in and design this restaurant. Because I actually had an idea back long time ago. Back when we were doing the Origins SMP, where it was just me, my friends, and my brother. I had an idea for one of the actual shops I was going to make in that game. Or in that server. That I was going to make a food shop. Since I was the main one producing crops and stuff like that. I was going to make a shop for that specifically. And it was going to be a little restaurant with a back patio area that was kind of like a little dock. I want to kind of bring that into this world by doing a little bit of a restaurant here with a little outdoor area. Now, I don't have fairy lights in order to fully achieve what I wanted. I don't know, maybe I can get a fairy lights mod in between episodes. But I think I want to do that kind of energy back into this. So I'm definitely going to have to play around with a few things. Because I want to bring that back in. But while I am sitting here designing this in some small boats, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!